No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds 117. Atherton, Cooktown, Metz, Dixie 643. The live radio feed provided by the Australian Air Force and the Queensland Police Force continued to provide information to the Met's DGSE agents, while Balloony's observation-only telepathic link with Brent Carter Brentsey provided Ziz supporters with a far more detailed picture concerning what was occurring on the tiny Atherton airstrip. Mr. Brentsey, Banksy Keith said via the helicopter's public address system, you and any passengers on board your aircraft are commanded to immediately disembark, take 5 paces in my direction, kneel, and place your hands upon your heads. Failure to comply will be viewed as hostile action taken by an aircraft that we understand is armed and may result in you being fired upon. You have 10 seconds to comply. 10, 9, 8, What in the name of Beelzebub is this? Brentsey screamed. Grabbing his radio microphone, he shouted, Complying! I am alone! Do not fire! I'm exiting! Before replacing his microphone in its holder, unbuckling his safety belt, he stood and said to Jane Ross, Contact Maxima and Minima and tell them I've been arrested and need their help. No one comes on board without my permission. If anyone tries to force their way on board, you are commanded to self-destruct. Repeat that order. Contact your parents. If anyone tries to force their way on board, I am to self-destruct the Brentsey copter. Jane repeated soothingly. Permission to speak. What? Brentsey screamed as he made his way to the airship's exit. If you are close by when a breach is attempted, what are your orders, most precious one? Brentsey screamed. Protect me, fool, protect me, but destroy the Brentsey copter as thoroughly as you can while ensuring my safety, he said as he opened the hatch and shouted towards the police copter. My name is Brent Carter Brentsey. I am on staff at Brisbane University, and I am a citizen of the United States of America. I am complying with your demands, but I demand to be taken to the nearest U.S. Embassy. Your demands are noted, Banksy said via public address. Take 5 paces towards me. Do so now. Complying! Brentsey screamed as he walked 5 steps. Kneel and place your left calf over your right, Banksy said. Brentsey's anger turned his face crimson red as he again did as he was ordered. Hands on head, lock your fingers, Banksy said. As Brentsey locked his fingers atop his head, Banksy again used the PA system. I'm coming out. Do not move. Repeat, do not move, as he exited his helicopter with his hand on his revolver and walked slowly towards Brentsey, alternating his gaze from the kneeling man and the Brentsey copter. Standing next to Brentsey, he ordered, Keep your hands on your head and lie face down. Do not use your hands. Lie face down. But now, Banksy said as he grabbed his handcuffs from his belt. Banksy swore under his breath and flopped forward onto the concrete. Banksy put his right foot on the small of Brentsey's back, then handcuffed him. All right, then, Banksy said, removing his foot from Brentsey's back. You're only required to answer my first question, which is, are there others within your ship? No, Brentsey said, there are not. All right, Banksy said. Roll over and I'll help you to your feet. I'm going to take you to some folks who have some fascinating questions for you. No one on board, correct? He asked as he pulled Brentsey to his feet by carefully grasping him by his upper arm and lifting gently. That is correct, Brentsey said, but I've locked the ship. I'm not responsible if anyone is injured if they attempt to board. What did you say? Banksy asked. You're not responsible if law enforcement officers are injured while boarding your airship? I think not, Mr. Brentsey. Now, you lead, I'll follow, and you will open your airship for inspection. Understood? As he placed Brentsey between himself and the Brentsey copter and marched him forward with firearm drawn. I have the right to privacy, Brentsey hissed. Do you have a search warrant? You are under arrest as an international terrorist, Banksy said as he pushed Brentsey along. If I die and you live, you will be charged with murder. Now march! What? Brentsey asked. Murder, but I've just told you. Open it. Banksy said as they stopped at the Brentsey copter. Fuming with anger and indignation, Brentsey shouted, Jane, open the Brentsey copter. Cancel the destruct order. Do it. The Brentsey copter is available for boarding, Jane Ross said sweetly via the ship's external speaker. Well done, Jane, Banksy said aloud before hissing in Brentsey's ear. You told me no one was on board. Everyone inside will be arrested, and you, sir, will be charged with terrorism. There is no one on board, Brentsey hissed back. Jane Ross is my electronic personal assistant and autopilot, as Jane opened the ship's door and awaited further instructions. Thanks for the assist in having my 6, Banksy Keith said to the fighter pilot via radio. We shouldn't need your protection any longer. 10-4, the pilot replied. Nice working with you, before soaring off into the wild blue yonder.